Hey, it's Sharon here from Content Sparks, and in this video I'm going to talk about the 10 signs it's time to rebrand your business. Now, a truly powerful, potent brand, is something that's hard for businesses to pin down, but it can be spotted from a mile away because of the strong emotions that it elicits from customers. It's really the feeling your business evokes in your audience. It's how they perceive your business and the value it can bring to them. And also, a brand is much more than a logo or a motto. A lot of people make that mistake that just changing their logo and colors is a rebranding. Most businesses really do struggle to get branding right the first time. That's why I'm going to talk a little bit about what's involved depending on the reason you need to rebrand, because you will need to alter your brand message to better suit your business needs. But it can be a painful process. I've been through it, been there, and I know just how difficult it can be. So you want to make that decision really carefully. So here are the top 10 signs that it is time to think about rebranding your business. Starting with number one is if your brand doesn't have clarity, if it's not clearly communicating who you are and what you do to your audience. It might be a little bit too vague, in which case when you rebrand, zero in on the core message you want to send. One singular message should be the goal of your rebranding efforts. If your brand isn't memorable and it's not standing out from the crowd, then it's time to rethink that message. Take stock and highlight what's great about you compared to your competitors. In which case, also, if your brand isn't unique, you need to think about that message. What does make you unique? What makes you stand out as the person who can best solve your customers' problems? Think about your unique value proposition when you're doing your rebranding and highlight what makes you stand out. Now, if your brand isn't really connecting with your audience right now, that's another reason to rebrand. You need to look at what will really elicit emotions from your audience and form a close attachment to your brand. What changes do you need to make? If your brand isn't credible, it means it's not really consistently meeting the expectations of your audience, then your rebranding needs to look at making sure your message aligns with your actions, what your company, your business is actually doing. Your brand might be sending the wrong message entirely, especially if you haven't really thought through what your audience wants and expects from you. In that case, get some feedback from them on what they want. Implement that feedback and use it to guide your new brand direction. If your brand isn't timeless, that's another reason for rebranding. You might be relying on too current trends or outdated trends, and you need to look forward to the future as well. You want to focus on things that customers will always want, that won't be gone just in a year or two. Your business might have matured, which is another great reason to rebrand. If it's no longer representing who you are and what you do, you need to refine it to better fit this evolving identity. Don't let yourself get stuck in the past. If you're changing the focus of your business, that's another reason, of course, to rebrand. If you're making any significant changes in products and services, alert customers that something's changed. Make sure that message is clearly communicated in your new brand and reestablish those connections. And finally, you might be targeting a whole new audience, in which case your current brand might just not fit with this new audience at all. In which case, center your rebranding around a new target customer profile. Make sure it's really clear who your customer is, what you're delivering, and you might even be doing your entire brand over again. So only rebrand after careful evaluation, because it really is an involved process and can have, big effects, wonderful effects, but it can also be a waste of time and resources and backfire on you if you don't do it properly. So if you are experiencing any of these 10 signs I talked about, it is time to think about rebranding your business. And if you want to learn more about rebranding and maybe even teach others, we have a brandable done for you course that is called Rebranding Your Business. And you can head over to this link to find out more. It's contentsparks.com/rebranding. And in that, you'll get all the materials you need to teach people a course on rebranding. You can quickly quickly customize it and create your own list building freebies, webinars, presentations, short courses, and more. So head over to contentsparks.com/rebranding and grab your copy and let me know if you have any questions.